Try that again. How are we doing? Yeah. Well, thank you all so much for coming today. I want to recognize a few folks that are in the audience. We have Mayor John Gates right there. Give him a big round of applause. We have Greeley City Council member Michael Fitzsimmons. Big round of applause. Weld County Commissioner Steve Moreno. I know I saw City Manager Roy Otto around here somewhere. There you are, Roy. And also one of our trustees, Steve Jordan, in the house. Well, it is a great day to be a Bear today, isn't it? Let me hear it. Yes. And I want to thank all of you for joining us today in this excitement as we welcome our new head football coach, Ed McCaffrey. And I also want to welcome Lisa and their entire family to the Bear family. Yes. So in interviewing Ed, we knew he was the perfect fit. Not only does he know how to win on the football field, but it was clear he genuinely cares about our student athletes, their success off the field, their student success, their academic success, their personal success, and we're just so excited to have him here. And this is truly a new era at UNC. And I'd like now to turn this over to our athletic director, Darren Dunn. And Darren deserves all the credit for making this happen. Give a big round of applause to Darren. So thank you all for being here, and go Bears.
I'll start too. How's everyone doing? All right, good start. Thank you. That's right. Go Bears for sure. Thank you for being here. This is obviously a great day for our athletic department, our football program, and I think our university and our city for sure. So thank you for being here. I would like to just welcome Lisa and your family and your friends that are here. We're really excited that you guys are Bears now. So thank you for being here. There are some people that I would like to thank before we get started and before we have our introduction. First, I'd like to thank Ernest Collins for his loyal service to UNC for sure. We had a great committee. Anytime you have a group that works hard together, comes up with some great things. And so I really want to thank our search committee that helped find and sell Coach McCaffrey here. But first, I'd like to thank our president. Thank you very much for your support and guidance throughout the whole process and using your house numerous nights. Carrie, thank you for your hospitality, and Rachel too, for sure. We enjoyed all the M&Ms and the food, so thank you. It was a good process. I also like to thank David Sobolchik and Rachel Walton very much for their hard work the past month in putting this search process together. We also had a football player, Justice Luttrell, who's not here today, but I want to thank him too for being a part of this process and meeting with each candidate. We also had a football student-athlete leadership group that we met with to help us find some characteristics to look for our next head coach, and they also provided some really good questions during the interview process, so we want to thank them for being a part of it. I also like to thank our football team. It's been a hard couple weeks for them, but I'm super excited for them and their future here. But I want to thank them for their trust and patience throughout this process. Yeah. One more thank you. We called probably hundreds of people all over the country in helping us identify the right candidates that we interviewed, and there were a number of people across the country that we called, from head coaches to commissioners to athletic directors from all over and I want to thank them for their support and their help throughout our process. I'm super excited. I'm a little tired. It's been a long couple weeks, but I'm super excited. We found the right person to lead our football program, and someone that will really engage in our community for sure. Coach McCaffrey has some great qualities that I felt like fit our athletic department, our university, and our Northern Colorado community. He is super humble. Once you get a chance to meet him, you'll know that. Ultra competitive, and he has a great family, and he's a great family man. He will outwork anybody. There's no question about that. He's done that his whole career, and he loves Colorado, and he loves Greeley. He's been around some of the best coaching minds in football in the country. He knows the game of football, and he knows what it takes to be successful in anything he does. But what's most important to me is that we recognize right away is he will really care and be a great mentor for our student athletes on our football program. We have a good foundation for our football program, but building this program will not be an easy project. There are no quick fixes for sure. We're going to need all of you. We're going to need our alums, our student body, former players, and this great community to rally behind this team. We have a great coach. We have a really good football team, but I think if we all work together, we can make this special. I think if we work together, we can win football championships here at UNC.
That's right.
We have done it before, and we will do it again. I'm so pleased to introduce to you all our new head football coach, Ed McCaffrey.
Well, thank you. Go Bears!
Go Bears!
All right. A lot of thank yous to go around, starting with you guys. Thanks for coming on out. Quite the crowd. I appreciate it. And I want to thank Andy Feinstein and his wife, Carrie, for believing in me and for convincing me that he's willing to make an investment into this school and an investment into the football program. And it's not just about the players and the coaches, it's about the student body and the faculty and the community. So I'm awfully excited that we're moving in the right direction. I want to thank our Director of Athletics, Darren Dunn, for believing in me. This whole thing happened pretty quickly. We've had some great conversations, and I'm a people person. And I want to be around good people that are aligned with the vision and the mission that I have for this program, and I'm blessed to be here. I want to thank my wife, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. We had a lot of discussion over the last few days about this undertaking, and she has given me her love and support throughout my entire life, and she did it over the last 3 days, and I couldn't do it without her. Thank you, Lisa. And our boys. You know, you guys know we have 4 boys. 2 have graduated college, and they're in the playing professional football, and 2 are still in college, and they were so excited for me, because they knew this is something that I really wanted to do. It's something that I love to do. It's something that I feel called to do. And so I'm so blessed to be here. You know, this is really kind of where it all started for me. I came here back in 1995, and as a Denver Bronco, we practiced out on those fields for 7 or 8 years. Yeah. Right. Remember that? Yeah. And I slept in the dorms, and I ate in the cafeteria, and we met in the classrooms. And my first taste of Colorado was right up here in Greeley on this campus. And it brings back really good memories. When I was driving around today looking for a parking spot, haven't gotten a ticket yet, but it brought back so many wonderful memories. Matter of fact, we have pictures of our family when my kids were knee-high, carrying them off the practice field after, an afternoon practice. I remember walking onto the fields after it had rained and the steam would come up off the fields and the grass was soggy at the time. We have a little nicer facilities now than we did back in the 90s. But I also remember those little by the way, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Coach or Coach McCaffrey, or for the young men that I'll be coaching, Christian's dad, for what it's worth. But when Christian was knee-high, I had these little shoulder pads. For anybody over 25 might remember those. But I picked them up from the equipment room here. That's where I got them. I went in and I'm like, they're saying I'm too slow. I got to go in and lighten up. So I took a pair of shoulder pads from the bottom of the stack, back then in the 90s when we had a couple of championship teams here. And, I think of this place every time I look at those pads and every time I put them on. So this to me feels like home. It's a short drive. I drove up a couple times yesterday and spent a lot of wonderful years here. As a player, I brought my kids up to basketball camps up at this university, to the football camps. I've taken my teams, and a lot of wonderful kids who I coached or coached against are on the roster here. A lot of incredible kids from Colorado and from around the country. We're in a recruiting phase right now. One of the things I want to do is bring the best players in the world that are going to contribute to our community and to our school, that we can also help grow and learn and develop. And it starts right here in our home state. There's so much talent in this state, and it pains me that so many of them go to our schools that we compete with. But I'm looking forward to going and recruiting those kids and meeting those families and bringing them here and showing them what we're all about, because this is an incredible institution where you can get a great education, meet wonderful people, and play a really high level of football. And important to me is developing the kids that are here. I got to meet our players earlier today, and I understand the transition they're going through. It's hard to go through a transition. And Ernest Collins was a friend of mine I met over the years, went to many dinners with him. His mom's one of the most lovely people on the planet. And I'm thankful for him for establishing a foundation of good quality kids that are hard workers. And I look forward to challenging them and pushing them as far as I possibly can to be the best that they can be. And some of them gave me the eyeball, kind of look at me, but I'm like, that's the kid I want to coach. That kid that's staring me up and down, wondering if I'm for real, wondering if I'm serious about football, wondering if I'm going to help them attain their individual goals and set high bar for our team goals. That's the kid I want to coach. I got a couple of those stares today. I'm glad I did. So I'm rolling up the sleeves and I'm getting ready to go. All I asked from Andy and from Darren is that he give us a chance to compete. That's all I want. Invest in people, invest in the facilities, invest in resources, and give us a chance to compete. And the young men in this program are going to step up and they're going to compete. And the incredible new kids that come to this program this year and in the years to come will buy into what we're doing and buy into our culture. I'm also going to work hard on putting together a coaching staff. I got to meet with the coaches from the previous staff. There's some great coaches and great men on that staff. Obviously, it's one of the most difficult things in the world to do. I have not completed the coaches' interviews. I'll be doing that all next week. But we're moving and we're shaking, and I'm excited, and I'm so happy to be here. And I do want to bring championship football back to the University of Northern Colorado, and it started today. So, all right. So you'll be seeing a lot of me, probably more of me than you want to see. But another thing that's incredibly important, obviously getting to know each kid on this team. I'm going to meet with each one of them individually. I want to know what their individual goals and aspirations are. I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve the school, the football program, and every single kid that plays football here for the Bears. That's going to happen over the next couple of weeks. But I also want to get everybody involved. Football is fun. Football's exciting. If we're not creating a fun experience for the players, if we're not creating a fun game day experience for fans and administrators and faculty and students and getting out into the community and get everyone excited about UNC football, then we're missing the boat. So that's going to be a big goal of mine, and all you guys can help me. I already have a couple of party buses coming up from down south to all of our games. My friends are jumping on board. So many of my friends graduated from here. I have coaches that I've coached with, players that I have known over the years, and they're so excited about this next era in UNC football. So again, I'm so blessed to be here. I'm so thankful to be here. I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you, and I'm looking forward to getting on the field and finally coaching. But again, thank you so much. Go Bears.
Great job. Thank you. Alrighty, everyone. I'm Ryan Pfeiffer, Director of Strategic Communications here for Northern Colorado. We'll open some questions up to the media. We have a microphone over here If you just introduce yourself, raise your hand, I'll point out who's going to get the microphone next, and just direct your questions at our guys here. Thank you.
Ed Kelly Lyle from the Fort Collins, Colorado, and just wanted to ask you what made you want to make the move from high school to college football, and what your long-term career aspirations as a coach are.
Yeah, I've always followed my heart. A couple of years ago, I had an opportunity to coach at the high school level. The opportunity presented itself. I had spent a couple of years outside of coaching. I coached 10 years of Little League. I'd had opportunities to coach at colleges or in the NFL as a receivers coach. But I wanted to be a dad. I wanted to be a husband. I wanted to be around my kids. And I wanted to be part of their lives at that point. And when they got to high school, I didn't want them to have to live in the shadow of a dad who played for the Broncos. So I felt at the time it was best to step back. I missed it so much. I missed coaching so much. And I realized during that time that coaching football is what I'm called to do. And so I was blessed to have the opportunity to coach at Valor Christian High School the last couple of years. Some incredible people and incredible players. And we had a lot of fun and a lot of success. I didn't know this opportunity was going to be available. But when it was, I felt so blessed to be considered for the position. And I thought about it. I prayed about it. I asked my wife, Lisa, and my kids how they felt about it, and my friends. And they knew it's what I wanted to do. It's what I feel called to do. And they gave me their love and their support. And I have to say, once I made the decision to say yes and accept this position, I couldn't stop smiling. I mean, I was so happy, and it just felt so right. And I don't know, I don't have any aspiration. I plan on being here. I plan on being here for a long time. I have some work to do. The players on this team have some work to do, and I want to help them, put them in a position to have success on the field, in the classroom, and in life. And it doesn't happen overnight. It's about trust and respect, and that takes time to earn and to get. So I don't have plans after here, and I feel blessed to be here, and I promise you, I'm going to give you all that I got.
Hi, Ed. Good afternoon. My name is Ann Delaney. I'm a sports reporter at the Greeley Tribune. Welcome. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
How did this come about? I mean, does Ed McCaffrey send his resume to UNC to say, oh, I've done a few things and I want to coach your football program?
Yeah.
Can you tell me how you guys got together?
Yeah, believe it or not, without getting into too much detail, I was actually trying to help somebody else out. At the time, and one thing led to another, and we went down that road and had that discussion. But my initial reason for making contact with Darren and with Andy was to help somebody else out. I think subconsciously I knew where I wanted the discussion to go, but the more we talked, the more I really started to respect these two men to my right and their vision for this program, and it just felt like something I had to do. It happened very quickly. And look, the younger kids probably have no clue who I am, but I feel very confident. I don't have delusions of grandeur. I'm always learning. I'm always working hard to get better, but I feel very confident in my ability to coach at this level. I feel very confident in my ability to help the kids in this program. And I think I'm called to serve. And I think there's a purpose for me here, and there's a reason that I'm here, and I'm very blessed to be here. But it happened pretty quickly.
What was that time frame? Could I ask? Ballpark it?
I'll say over the last couple of weeks.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, Ed, Aaron Rath from 1310 KFKA. I'm the color analyst, so we'll get to know each other a lot. And I'll be picking your brain on color analyst stuff. But my question is, you talked about your coaching ability and all that stuff, but college football brings recruiting into the mix. How confident and how excited are you to hit the recruiting trail and get outside of Colorado and find football kids?
Oh, I can't wait. I've never had the opportunity to recruit. I feel like I'd be pretty good at it, despite popular opinion. So, some of the kids that I'll be coaching now probably disagree with that, but I've never recruited anyone in my life, and I'm excited for the opportunity. I got to go through that process as a player, and had Bo Schembechler and guys like that come into my living room and have dinner and recruit me to play for their teams. And I remember they did it, right? It wasn't too good for them, and they were national champions. And I'm a people person, and I can't wait to meet families. And, you know, parents want to know that they're sending their kids somewhere, and that the coach and the people at the university are going to take care of them, and that they care about them, and that they're in good hands. And I want to give them that confidence that they are. I'm going to care about them like they're my own kids. And I'm excited to hire our staff and present to incoming freshmen what we have to offer, and that we're here to serve them, and that we want them to accomplish all of their dreams and aspirations, and that we're the right people to help them get to where they want to go. So I'm very excited to be able to recruit. It's one of the things that I'm looking the most forward to.
Coach Brady Hull, over here to your right, general manager of 1310 KFK. Is there a type of player that you're looking for that you can already think of? These are the guys that I want. They can just, I already know the kind of personality I'm looking for and that kind of thing.
I've already gotten good feedback about the guys that are on our roster, that they're very hard workers, that they get good grades, that they stay out of trouble. That's the kind of kid I want to coach. And that was part of my decision to come here. I want people that are aligned with my vision and mission. And that begins with working hard. We can control our attitude, we can control our effort, we can control how hard we work. We're going to be the hardest working football team in the country, bar none. And those are the kind of kids I want. I want kids that want to be the best they can be. They're not worried about comparing themselves to other people. They're worried about setting their own bar high and surpassing that bar each and every day. And they're kids that are not afraid of anything. They'll play anybody, anywhere, at any time. Those are the kind of kids that I want. You want to win. I want to win every game. I hate losing. I never want to lose a game, and I remember every loss. I've been blessed, haven't lost too many games, but more important than winning is playing to win. And that's what I hope to instill in the players that are here. And some of them already know that. Some may need a little bit of a nudge. But I want kids that play together, that are unselfish, that work hard, that want to be part of something bigger than themselves and to buy into what we're doing. And if that's what they want and that's what they're about, we're going to get along just fine.
Alrighty, well that concludes our press conference. I want to thank you all for being here today. Hope to see you all at Nottingham this fall, and if you don't have season tickets yet, you can just go right across the hall and get them right now. Come on, guys. Anyway, go Bears. Go Bears.
Good job, Dan.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Do I get to keep this? You do.